Hello and welcome. If this video found you, it was definitely meant for you because I've literally never done this before. But usually I keep my spiritual downloads to myself or write them in really cryptic poetry. But something about today was telling me that I had to come on here and talk about this, so let's go. Also, ignore my gay ass nails. Shit happens, you know how it be. Anyways, I came here today because I saw a video of somebody talking about how screwed over this generation is. Like, if you're not a millennial or older, you're pretty much just like screwed because there's no outside interaction. You can't meet people naturally anymore, yada yada, bit bit bit. So I just wanted to say that my spirit team has been telling me to tell everybody that y'all know nobody else in history has had a life this luxurious with technology before, right? Like, we have mythology that dates back 30,000 years that we can confidently say was around for 30,000 years. So we know humans have been doing their human thing for at least that long, and they have never had the technology that we've had today, right? So I just saw people complaining like, oh, you can't meet people, you can't like go outside, blah, 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 which is so real. Like, don't get me wrong, it is hard, it is difficult, but when you think about the fact that hostels and just hotels, like the concept of them before like the mid 1900s, people would pay to share a bed with somebody. Like, and I'm not saying, oh, we're not grateful like enough or whatever, but I just want to like offer a different perspective, because I was also stuck in that mindset for a really long time of like, okay, well, like, shout out to my dad living through the 70s, having a great time, and then like fucking over the world. Not him specifically, but you know what I mean? Like, that generation, like, glad y'all got your time and then dipped out, because who needs the world after you guys, right? But if you think about the fact that, say you were a soul from the 1700s, the 1800s, and the only way to travel the world was to share a bed with a stranger in random places that weren't that clean, or like didn't have people you knew, just weird vibes all around, right? But then you were given the option, hey, what if you got to come back in 200 years and do nothing but lay in a comfy ass bed and see the entire world from a little brick in your hand? Like, who would say no to that? Like, what do you mean I can just have my favorite foods delivered hot and fresh to my door? Like, I don't know, like, I wasn't able to afford that for a long time, and I recently had something delivered and like forgot just how freaking magical the future is, dude. Like, the future was last year, for real. Like, I don't know, I saw one of my neighbors like remodel their house on the outside or whatever, and I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I was amazed by having Chipotle show up at my door after 40 minutes. Like, these people took a week and redid their entire house. Y'all, like, the future is now. So if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like, oh, I can't go outside, everything's scary, everything's gross, people just aren't the same, there isn't that magical luck anymore, I challenge you to start thinking about it in the sense of like, what if all the interactions that you would be having in person, say running into people at a bar, is the same as coming across someone's profile on Instagram? If anything, I feel like we have exponentially more opportunity to meet people and to find things that we align with than anybody else in history. And like, that is not to say that the world has not been ruined, okay, right? In a lot of different ways. Like, the environment can be very tedious and scary, and there's a lot of details that go into that I won't get into here, but I just understand that like the society that we've built and like the physical world, the cars that we drive, the technology that we use, yes, it could be better, and we're working towards that. But let me tell you, we can only work towards that if everybody stops shaming themselves for enjoying the things that we have today. You know, like, there's no point to have shame over your joy. Like, you are allowed to enjoy the things that are in your presence, you know? I think the only issue is when you decide that other people shouldn't be also allowed to enjoy that, right? So just give yourself a break. Like, it's not your fault you were born in this era, and it's not your fault that nobody else in history has ever had to meet people in a new type of way. Like, before, there was only that way to meet people for like, at least, I mean, granted, I know it goes back longer, so I'm just talking about like certifiably these myths that we can trace back 30,000 years, but like 30,000 years of people have never been able to stumble across someone's profile like that. Like, if you found a book of an author that you liked, you would have to do all sorts of crazy research, even just to figure out where they were, how to reach out to them. But like, today, you can read a book and their fucking Instagram handle's on the page. and you can reach out to them. Like, I have talked to so many people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers, or like people that I idolized, and like I just sent them a message being like, they'll never see this, it don't matter. Girl, trust me, they do see it. There are people behind the screens. Like, don't forget that. Like, all of these likes that you see, all of these comments, like, these are real people most of the time, minus the bots. But like, you really can have all of these organic interactions where you just bump into people, or you just happen to go to an event that you end up finding people that you like, but just virtually. And I don't think there's my apologies. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm gonna take that camera falling as my signal to dip the fuck out. But thank y'all so much for listening, and I really hope that you give yourself a break for enjoying all of the beautiful things that you find online, because truly I think a lot of souls throughout history would do just about anything to be alive right now, despite all of the horrors, right? Like, that's the thing about being human. Like, really, the thing that cements us in humanity is our ability to romanticize life, regardless of if it's good or bad, right? So enjoy yourself, and don't shame yourself for getting by. And I promise you that you will have a lot more energy if you start looking at what you consume with that attitude of, I deserve to enjoy these things. I deserve to see nature thousands of miles away because I can never travel there, at least at this moment. Like, why wouldn't you deserve that? Why wouldn't you deserve the time to go share oral history, whether it's just somebody's story about what happened that day, or if it's somebody telling a history lesson, or if you want to go look at art or whatever, if you want to just go yap with your friends on Discord. Like, all of that is such a luxury that I feel like you deserve to not feel shame about enjoying. So yeah, thank y'all for listening. I love you all.